Hello and welcome. You're watching All About the W, your weekly deep dive into the WSS, stats, stories, and standout performances. Let's break it all down. I'm Ash, and as always, I'm joined by Kai. This is all about the build up where we preview select fixtures from the upcoming WSL weekend. This week, we're previewing Chelsea versus Spurs because I'm a Spurs fan, and that's the game we're previewing.
Yes.
If you are new to the channel, consider subscribing. If you're a regular, don't forget to hit that like button and comment below. Before we begin all about the build up, we'd like to do a Champions League roundup of all of the results in the Champions League. We'll also later have all about the bragging rights, which is the predictions competition between Kai and I. So make sure you stay tuned till the end for that. Um, Kai, should we start with the Champions League roundup?
Yeah. Let's start. Go for it. Cool.
Um, this is the Champions League table as it stands. Clearly, the Spanish teams are all flying high, with Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, and Real Madrid all being in the top three. The English teams, meanwhile, are gathering dust and lagging behind at 7th, 10th, and 13th for Arsenal. Surprisingly, United having a close 1-0 game against Valerenga is actually on top of both Chelsea and Arsenal.
Yeah.
Perhaps that's also down to the kind of fixture they played. But
Yeah, I think to be fair to Arsenal, they did play a really tough fixture, so it's
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah. But they've
Um,
gotten it out of the way.
Anyway, so as it stands, the Champions League results are Juventus versus Benfica ended 2-1 to Juventus. Arsenal versus Lyon ended 1-2 to Lyon. Barcelona versus Bayern Munich ended 7-1 to Barcelona. What a mad game. Great first goal. Paris FC versus OH Louvain ended in a draw 2-2. Great job by OH Louvain to restrict Paris FC like that. Real Madrid versus Roma ended 6-2 to Real Madrid. Another drubbing, if I may say so. Twente
Yeah.
versus Chelsea very disappointingly ended 1-1 for Chelsea. Great job for Twente, not at all disappointing for them. United versus Valerenga ended 1-0. Pretty hard fought. I thought United struggled a lot more than I thought they would against Valerenga.
Yeah.
And then Saint Poltin versus Atletico Madrid ended 6-0. Wolfsburg versus PSG ended 4-0. Surprisingly, I thought that was another drubbing. Very
Hmm.
convincing by Wolfsburg there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think for me the standout results from the this week are the Paris FC versus OH Leuven. When I watched some of the match, but also caught the highlights in its entirety, and I thought OH Leuven. I don't know. Suddenly they made some subs, and it's like they got a new lease on life, and they just like kept going. They were like, yeah, very impressive to come back from 2 goals down, especially as a team that's sitting a little deeper, to suddenly switch your game plan and push forward and not concede in that time. Really impressive from them. And of course, I think Twente versus Chelsea is the other standout result for me. I mean, we did the live yesterday, and now my head has calmed down a little bit, and I feel like Twente deserve a lot of credit for how they approach this game. And for sticking to the game plan that they had. And yeah, Chelsea, honestly, like I was rewatching the highlights and I genuinely feel like they didn't try until they went a goal down. Uh, it's only after they went a goal down that like we sort of you know were energized a little bit, which is not how you should play Champions League, I'm afraid. So I think a very very well deserved draw for Twente.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I agree with that 100%. Uh, I did watch also the United game, like the highlights, and
Yeah,
I have to say, like United need to be slightly better one on one with the goalkeeper. We've been praising Jess Park a lot for like how well she's fit into the United team, but she was one on one with the goalkeeper. She should have scored that, and like
yeah,
I'd like to see her converting more of her runs into goals.
yeah.
I'd like to see that happen. Anyway,
Absolutely. Just one
yeah.
last thing. I also felt, I mean, like United also had to equalize through a penalty. But yeah, I think
You
it's
mean
one of those things.
had to score through a penalty?
Oh, sorry, had to. The winner was from a penalty, not an
Yeah,
equalizer. Sorry, my bad. Yeah. So I think with when I was watching the 20 Chelsea game, I was thinking to myself, United will never concede like that, you
yeah,
know. So I think Mark Skinner has got that bit of his game plan really, really sorted,
yeah,
and that needs to be given a lot of credit.
yeah,
But at the same time, going forward, I do feel like sometimes. Um, like the amount of pressure that they put, especially on a team that's sitting a little deeper, I feel like there needs to be a little more intensity. But like you said, Ash, they had some big chances which they absolutely should have finished.
yeah, absolutely. Um, Let us move on, Kai, to a fixture that we're all really looking forward to, which is Chelsea versus Spurs. Well, I'm actually
Yeah.
not looking forward to it because I feel like an enraged Chelsea after dropping points in two games consecutively is going to be not the best opponent for a Spurs that had a drubbing against Man City.
See, this is how you know that you're a Spurs fan, because in my head, I'm like, oh, Spurs are licking their lips. Like they are
Yeah.
waiting to pounce on this opportunity to, kick Chelsea off their feet. So I feel like this is how we know that, well, where our allegiances lie, I guess. Cynics, skeptical.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, uh, like I think at the most Spurs could probably pull off a draw. But anyway, let's just get into it. Obviously, the Champions League lineup for Chelsea, the starting 11 will not be the starting 11 in this game. But do you see a difference from the game against United, or do you think it will be the same as that one?
I think it'll be a similar lineup to the game against United, except I'm not sure if Cat Macario is fit. And to be honest, Aki Beaver Jones looks a bit tired, because what's been happening is whenever Cat Macario gets subbed on, Aki just gets pushed out wide rather than getting subbed off.
Yeah,
So I feel like she's been playing a lot of minutes, and she does look a little bit tired to me. But overall, in terms of the lineup, yeah, I think Kat Makario's fitness is a question.
yeah,
Sonia Bompasa said that she will be available in the weekend. I'm not sure. I mean, I'll take that with a grain of salt, to be honest. I also see probably Bompasa starting Alyssa Thompson instead of Johanna Rittenkanrid on the right hand side. And beyond that, I think that back line, everything will look the
yeah.
same.
Yeah, I agree with that. Uh, I think for Spurs, definitely change nothing. Like whatever it is, it's working. Change nothing.
Yeah.
Like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I reckon it'll be all of the usual suspects. You know, Neville, Koga, Hunt, Neilden, Summon and Spence. Summon and Spence, I think, are now just our like mascots.
Yeah.
And yeah, Nas, England, Holt, Tanberg. I like the idea of Tanberg playing up top rather than on the wing. So yeah, it all looks good to me. The only thing I would say is maybe just maybe against Chelsea, you're going to have to work a little bit harder in the midfield
Mhm.
because I feel like Chelsea will play with a back three and they will overload the midfield. I don't know, feels
Do you
like
think
that.
so? I don't know. I feel like uh, it's a possibility. Honestly, no, I feel like they'll stick to a back four. I feel like, oh, you know what?
You
This is
know,
a problem. There's been so much chopping and changing. Like when I look at the team sheet, I don't know who's playing where. I'm really tired of it, to be honest. And I feel like right now, we did criticize Rene Segers for chopping and changing too much in parts of the pitch. And I feel like the same thing's happening with Chelsea now. It's actually starting us to cost points and like cost us in games. Like I get, like, I understand, like, there's quality across the pitch. It's not an excuse, absolutely not. But I think Bompastor made 6 changes against 20, and like sometimes a team genuinely looks disjointed. You need your team to kind of gel together, and if you're going to change your formation every other week,
Yeah.
I don't know how this is going to pan out for Chelsea.
Yeah, but to be fair, like I don't think that you should take the 20 performance as a metric of what will happen in the league. Like, I do feel like you should take it from the United game instead. And like the United game, I don't think of it as dropped points per se. It's like
Yeah.
when you're playing against your other top three competitors, like last year you managed to beat all of them. That's very rare. And I genuinely believe like a point against United away is not a bad point to
Yeah.
have.
Yeah, I completely agree. I and I feel like largely the fan base also feels similarly, because it is not an easy fixture. Although we have walked that fixture pretty, like it's been a walk in the park for us in the past sometimes, but it is a tough place to go to,
Yeah,
and especially with the form that United are in. My only concern is how much struggle there is for Chelsea with scoring goals.
yeah.
Like, obviously Spurs are not a side that's going to sit super deep, so there's going to be that difference. But
Oh
in
no,
general,
I reckon we'll be deep for like at least 40 minutes in this game.
40 minutes, yeah.
Yeah,
So that's a concern. So when teams are sitting a bit deeper, we're struggling to find goals. I think it's been going on for quite some time, and that's frustrating. Honestly, as a Chelsea fan, it's not something I've seen in a while. Having this dry patch for such a long period of time.
yeah.
So definitely a cause for concern. Not so much in terms of how many points we've dropped and things like that, but from the perspective of just performance.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I mean, I think to be honest, what you need is Sam Kerr to be starting to fire on all cylinders because you need that like experienced, really good striker. Every like big team has one,
Yeah.
and that's what Chelsea need because like Myra had been doing the job for like really really long, and now Aggie has been given that responsibility. I do think that it's too much of a responsibility to put on Aggie's shoulders. So
Yeah. So that's the thing, right? So it's a really unfortunate position where Myra's out. Sam Kerr, I feel like it's equally unfair to expect like put that pressure on Sam Kerr as well because she's
yeah,
just coming back from injury. And also, I'm a little um I don't know how I feel about the amount of minutes Sam Kerr is being given. I
yeah,
feel like she's not been given enough time to impact games. So I do
yeah.
wonder if she might consider starting Sam at some point soon.
The thing is,
Give her a 45 minutes.
I reckon that they're being very conservative because it was a big
Mm,
injury and it was for very
yeah.
long. So I think they're going to spend like half a season giving her like 10 minutes here and there,
Mm,
and then seeing whether she can sustain play over that period of time in consecutive matches, and
yeah.
then increase it to 30, then increase it to half. And I
Yeah.
think I think perhaps in the long run a conservative approach might be the best.
Better option. Yeah, I agree. Let's see. Hopefully, Cat Macario is fit. Because right now I feel like even if Aggie starts, um, Sam is simply not able to make the impact that one might expect her to. Again, too much expectation.
Yeah.
But you know what? Enough chatter about Chelsea. Let's talk about Spurs. Who do you
Uh,
think are your key players?
I think more than like key players, like the battle that I'm really looking forward to is how, like, we've been talking about this Beth England Tanberg, like 10 and 9 combination. I'd
Yeah.
like to see them up against like the class of someone like Millie Bright. I'd like to see like them against like quality centre backs the way that Chelsea have.
Yeah.
I just feel like that will be the making of that attack. And
Hmm.
Nas as well, because Nas has been making these runs. I reckon Nas will be really important because Chelsea are like we are going to be sitting back a lot, and then the game plan in my head should be to pass ball to Nas. Nas
Nas.
makes the run, Like England and Tanberg bomb into the box to be
Box.
supplied.
Yeah.
I think that should
I
be the game plan.
I think that's my biggest fear, honestly,
Yeah,
because we have looked so vulnerable in transition.
yeah,
Uh, but yeah, I think you're right. I am honestly looking forward to the battle between like our centre backs and Tanberg. And given how physical Tanberg can be, I fully expect Millie Bright to sort of uh, well be attached to her through the entire game.
yeah,
Get Because I mean that's the one thing that's impressed me, like in addition to how well she's been finishing and things like that. The thing that impresses me about Tanberg is just her physicality.
yeah,
And there's a mentality there to just like whenever she loses the ball, she's just
yeah,
doing whatever she can to win the ball back, things like
yeah,
that. It's always exciting in a player, and I'm looking forward to that for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
I'm also looking forward to see how Koga will do.
Oh
Uh,
yeah. I
Young
mean,
centre
she's
back.
had a few iffy moments here and there in many games now, so it
Yeah,
will be interesting for sure.
yeah. Honestly, again, I mean, a young player coming into the league, I'm pretty impressed with how well she is settled into the league. I fully feel like that Man City result was a bit of a blip, or like I don't know, a baggage or whatever you want to call it. Because it is Man City. So I'm really excited to see
Yeah.
how those battles play out.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, another battle, Spence versus Cuthbert, I think will be fun. It
Yeah.
will be nice, like brawl, physical battle, I think.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think they will definitely. I have I have a prediction. They both go away with a yellow card in this game.
Oh yeah, I can totally see that. I think both them definitely getting a yellow. Uh,
Yeah.
okay, Kai, prediction for the game.
Prediction. It's at Chelsea. I'm just gonna say 3-1. I
3.
can't think of three people who can score goals for us, but I'm gonna be optimistic and say 3-1.
Hey, I can think of 3 people who score goals for you.
Uh,
You just.
Excluding people who can
I
score own
mean,
goals.
Cuthbert, like Aggie can get a goal, and Cuthbert can get a goal, and like JRK can come in and get a goal as a sub. Who knows?
Okay, sure.
Uh,
All right, we'll see.
yeah, I can easily, and if Macario's playing, then Macario definitely gets a goal.
Yeah, Samker really likes a goal against Spurs.
Yeah. Oh my god, I
Yeah.
really hope that doesn't happen. Chelsea fans not stop talking about it. Um, I'm gonna
Yeah.
go 1-1. I'm gonna go draw.
Okay.
You know what? Actually, what? Let me back my team. 1-0
Yeah,
Spurs.
back it team. Yeah, I can fully see that happening.
Yeah,
Sit
why
deep for
not?
45 minutes, come in the
Yeah,
second half, score a quick goal, sit deep again.
yeah,
Done.
why not? Any
Very simple game plan against this shit Chelsea side.
Hey, it's not. You think it's shit with Chelsea standards, but you still have more quality across that pitch than Spurs do.
Yeah, and we're doing nothing with it. That's the point.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway,
Anyway, yeah.
speaking of predictions, it is now time for all about the bragging rights, the predictions competition between Kai and I. It was neck and neck after game week 4 with me and Kai both tied at 8 points each. So in game week 5, I got 5 points and Kai got a measly 1 point. So as it stands, we are at 30. So I'm at 13 points and Kai is at 9 points. So I am finally in a predictions competition leading.
Yes,
Finally, after a year and a half of playing this stupid thing, I'm finally leading.
yes. Well done, Ash.
Yes. Okay, game week 6 predictions. Villa versus Leicester. Kai?
3-1 Villa. No,
3,
wait, nobody's scoring 3 goals against Leicester. Wait. 2-1 Villa.
2-1. I was also going to go 2-1. I'll go 1-0 Villa.
Oh, okay, nice.
Um,
I
okay.
feel like I want to flip that around. I want to predict a Leicester win. Can I predict a Leicester win
Sure,
instead?
go for it.
I'll go 1-0 Leicester.
1-0 Leicester.
Yeah.
Um, okay. Everton versus United.
Uh, um, 3-0 United.
3-0 United. I'm gonna go 3-1 United. I feel like United will concede one goal. Like I feel like Everton has reached a point where if they don't score a goal, they'll feel like horrible about themselves.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, LCL versus
West.
West Ham.
Oh, this is like yesterday. West Ham did beat Brighton, and Shakira Martinez finally got on the score sheet.
Yeah.
So
But they've also played a midweek game.
yeah, which is good actually. I feel like maybe they've got some game time in their legs.
Yeah.
It was she did rotate a little bit, Rian Skinner. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I say all this, but I'm gonna go 2-1 London City Lionesses.
2-1 LCL. You know what? I'm going to predict a West Ham win. 1-0 West Ham. Why not?
Yeah, why not? I think that's fair.
Yeah. Arsenal versus Brighton.
Oof. I feel like this is it's happening. Okay, it's a home game for Arsenal.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's going to be like a 4-1 Arsenal.
4-1 Arsenal.
Yeah, shooting boots on.
Yeah. I'm going to go 3-2 Arsenal.
Yeah.
Actually, 3-1 Arsenal. 2 goals might be too much for Brighton. Liverpool versus Man City. The Gareth Taylor. Yeah.
By the way, Fran Kirby is back on the team sheet for Brighton. She was on the bench, yes, and I think she did come on to play as well.
Oh, nice.
So that's
Well done,
definitely good
Brighton.
news.
Yeah.
Liverpool versus Man City.
The Gareth Taylor derby.
Derby. Yeah. I'm gonna go. I really want Liverpool to score a goal, so I'm gonna go 3-1 Man City.
3-1 Man City. I'm gonna go 4-1 Man City.
Okay.
I reckon it's going to be a drubbing.
Yeah.
So that is our prediction. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to like and subscribe, and please comment below with your own predictions, your thoughts about the Champions League Matchday 1, or about the Spurs Chelsea game. Make sure to watch us. I will be wearing a Chelsea kit for the first time in my life because I lost the last year's prediction competition. So make sure you watch our watch along if you want to see my abject humiliation for an entire 90-minute period.
Yes.
So we will see you.
Oh my God, it'll be so funny if Chelsea loses first and you just take it off and like whirl it around.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be. So I don't have a kit per se. I borrowed a jacket from my friend with a Chelsea jacket. So I'm wearing my Spurs jersey, Spurs kit inside, and I'm going to unzip that thing and whirl it around. And like, it's my friend, so I can't tear it up, but I would if I could.
All right, fair enough.
Anyway, so stay tuned for that in the unlikely event that Spurs win that game. Bye bye for now.